second day, day two, and I tried to do it at 10:30 like I had originally planned, but I had to go to the dentist. And so I was actually in the dental chair at 11 o'clock, and so I wasn't able to go live. So here I am right now. Rebecca, you did good. This is day two of Notes to Yourself for a week, and you are at the Coachella Valley History Museum. This is one of your favorite places. Water tower right there. We have a 1909 schoolhouse, which is really cool to visit. It's one of my favorite places. And I'm really excited because I'm going to tell you, I am being consistent in going live. I know it's only day two, but it's day two and it's in the middle of the day and it didn't fit really good. But I did it and I went consistent and I went forward and yay. So now I am trying to really just know that if you have goals, so I think one of the topics that I kind of decided I wanted to tell myself about today, remind myself, was that when you have your goals, when you set your goals, that sometimes you have plans, right? Sometimes you have plans where you're like, okay, I'm going to totally do this. And like going exercising or doing like this challenge, anything at all that you want to be consistent, it ends up being a bit of a challenge sometimes because maybe your mood is low, maybe circumstances, maybe you got to go to the dentist like I did, but so it makes it harder for you. And sometimes what happens is when it makes it harder, it's much easier for you to say forget it and I'm done and give up and not go forward and go, forget it, I already did it. And so the thing that I wanted to make sure that I reminded my future self of, Rebecca, is, and anybody who's watching, yay, thank you for watching. And if you're new tuning in, this is my day two of my 7-day challenge. My 7-day challenge was to go live for at least 10 minutes daily because I've been really uncomfortable about being vulnerable, I guess, since I started going gray and since I started kind of not hiding behind my bright red hair. It's a little adjustment that I've promised myself. So you're doing good. This is day two. I know it's only day two, but yay, day two, you did it. You're going live. And right now I'm in one of my happiest favorite places in the entire Coachella Valley, which is the Coachella Valley History Museum. Look at. And so right now thank you. Thank you for that. I didn't make that happen. That just happened. They're all good luck. And so there's meaning behind this. We had a really great event here, springtime in the gardens, at the History Museum. We had that last, boy, this is really, I don't know. So you have goals. Okay. So I'm going live. We're having it's a little bit of a challenge, but anyway, I'm in the favorite place at one of my favorite places and I'm live and I am at the Coachella Valley History Museum and I am in our Japanese garden. The Japanese garden's amazing. We had springtime in the garden last week. Right. So you see all the little things that are tied onto the tree. Those are all wishes. All of those mean something to someone. Mine was make a wish for happiness and all over complete joy, I think is what mine was. I don't remember exactly. But we've got this beautiful, I think is what mine was. I don't remember exactly. But we've got this beautiful area here. We've got all the different information. This is a true meditative garden. That's area here. We've got all the different information. This is a true meditative garden that's here. For those people who don't realize, it is available. And the first weekend of every month, the museum is, check the website because there is, I think the month of August we're closed. But the first weekend of every month, the museum is open free to the public because we want everybody to look at our beautiful gardens and to check this out and to really fall in love with the Coachella Valley the way we have. Learning about how everybody has been so just, think about it. You have to be pretty freaking adventurous to move here in the desert in summer and stay in the summer. I mean, this is a hard thing to do. And so you learn about here at the Coachella Valley History Museum, you learn about the the pioneers, the early pioneers and the settlers of the Coachella Valley and how they survived. You learn about, see that water tower right there in the background? Can you see that? That is a water tower that we actually got from a farm, and we stripped it down, peeled it like an orange, and refurbished all the inside and got it back up there. That was the first fundraiser I was involved with. We just finished doing the Oriental, or the Japanese memorial gardens, which was originally started because of the Asian population, all of the Japanese descendants that came over to help with the railroad. And so this garden was created in 1986 from the pioneers, from the Historic Society, which was right around when it started, and they actually put it together to make sure that they would share how the Japanese culture. This says, in memory of the Japanese pioneers who settled in the Coachella Valley since 1909 and who were among the early farmers in the valley. And there's some really cool history about the farming in the valley and all of that good stuff. Again, I know the sound is probably not really good, so I'm not going to give you too much of a history lesson, but I am going to kind of show you. Look at this. These boulders are huge. Look at how big that boulder is. You see that boulder? Okay, the cool thing about the Japanese garden here is that boulder, there were only two guys here and the whole garden area. It's a very special thing to have a real Japanese actual memorial garden and be official. And part of that is making sure that you can mention behind it. There's mindfulness of nature and the environment that it's around. And so one of the neat things about during the construction is they didn't use any heavy equipment to move any of these boulders. Look at the size. You know how they did it? First of all of those are all giant boulders too. So those are all boulders that are laid in them around, and a crane and a crank, and they would put the chain around the boulder and would hook it around, and then would have that connected to a crank out on the three-legged, and they would actually crank it up. Just two guys move this. It's pretty crazy. We've got that garden, and then we also the Santa Fe Carry-On Garden, which is basically, this is really cool, all about the settler. This is the Dr. Care. Actually, we're here, the indigenous folks and the indigenous, all of the stuff that grew here normally when we got here, this is what it looked like. And then when the Japanese settlers came in, they used their agricultural techniques that they had learned, and they brought that over, and they were able to create beautiful gardens. We created this here, but the farmers that were here before, the neat thing about the farmers, and the wind stopped. Oh, look at that. Okay. The farmers, the Japanese settlers who were here, a lot of them during World War II, there were instances where the farmers had to go into different camps, and the rest of the community here in Indio, in the Coachella Valley, actually helped maintain their farms while the families were incarcerated at these camps. And so it's pretty amazing to know how fabulous the Coachella Valley really is. The city of Indio is house to so many amazing memories, because this is where the original train depot was. This was the stopping place. This is where everybody stopped to get water, basically. Stopped along the way right before you would use the facilities, do whatever they need to do, stop, pick up things, drop off things. This is where it happened, was in Indio. And you get to learn all about that at the Coachella Valley History Museum. I've hit 10 minutes. I made it to 10 minutes. This is day 2, Rebecca. Good job. You did it. Today we're talking about really just your goals and following through, and really just embracing where you are. Have compassion for where you are, do the best that you can, embrace the history and love of the community that you're in, because we're all product of the people that we're around, right? And learning about different historians can kind of pivot your whole direction, right? So I know I do a lot of rights, that's funny. But here we are, Coachella Valley History Museum. If you've never been here, you can take a little virtual tour. We are on YouTube, and I'll go ahead and see. I'll link you. I can actually link you. That's cool. And that way you can kind of share. This area is so amazing. Everybody's done such a great job. Look at how pretty it is. Okay. And now I'm standing in the rose garden, and so now this is the rose garden. Okay. This is a rose garden. I love this place. Do a little 360 all the way around. It's not open today, by the way. It is only open. You have to check the website because our hours are different based on the season. But this time of the year, I believe we are open until we close. We might be, I don't remember. Usually we're open Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, or we are open Friday and Saturday and Sunday. So check the website. Regardless, we want to be here to have this available for all of the folks visiting the Coachella Valley, so you can really learn about how amazing our valley is and how resilient. We have the only date museum in the world, guys. It's pretty neat. Like, for real. That right there, see that? Date museum. That is the date museum. Okay, that's the Jewel Auditorium over here. That whole date museum is the only place that talks about the dates like ours here in the world. We won awards. So anyway, okay, I'm done now. I did it. Good job, Rebecca. Love, light, many blessings. And if you enjoyed this, subscribe, guys. And if you didn't enjoy it, well, I'm sorry. If you didn't enjoy it, well, then may you have an amazing day and have a good journey. And for those who did enjoy it, I hope I get to see you again. I'm going to be coming again live tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to be going live at exactly 10:30 tomorrow because I'll be at the State of the City for Palm Desert. And so I will not be able to do that. So maybe we'll do it earlier. I don't know. It'll be interesting. We'll see what happens. But I will go live tomorrow before the close of the business day. So yeah. Okay, we're doing it. Let's doing it. Okay, I gotta find my keys. Okay.